Within the next few minutes, Iran's supreme leader is expected to declare war on Israel. The opening salvos will begin as soon as this speech begins from Iran's supreme leader. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard said in an official statement the enemy should expect a painful blow. And then Israel came back and said if Iran strikes one population center in Israel, Israel's response will be one not seen in years. More breaking news. Iranian media reported intensive activity by the Islamic Republic's air defense forces in the square area near Tehran, where Khamenei's office and the presidential office are located. So it sounds like there are some skirmishes and battles going on right near where their supreme leader is at. And Israel says, we have detected preparations to launch as many as 100 missiles. So as the news keeps breaking and tensions keep rising, Iran is just about at any moment to declare open war on Israel. And as you saw, the Revolutionary Guard of Iran said they can expect a painful blow, and the retort of it.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel giving up praise Yahweh by Shemel Shah by Shemel Chakadas, the one said Apostle Elder Jim Meshawu. So take to out the market, put you the word to say. If you free up in your life to do so more so than ever before. Pardon me yawning. I'm a little tired. I'm actually about to, KO. I got to get up to the plantation real early. But I got that the video from brother's Instagram page. It has a lot of informative videos about what's going on in the world. If you have an Instagram, you should follow him. I recommend it. But yeah, man, this conflict is only intensifying. It's intensifying. It's only getting worse, man. Let's get you know what? Let's stay Joel. Let's get Joel 3. Joel 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring you into captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Right, what is it? What does the scripture mean? It said bring again. Bring again meaning, to restore the nation of Israel. All right, because Judah and Jerusalem, meaning all 12 tribes that fell as a nation. You know what I'm saying? We have fell as a nation. We fell through slavery. We fell through, conquest, war. And we lost everything, our language, our heritage, our riches. We lost everything. So the Lord is going to, now restore us. It says, verse 2. So simultaneously as he's restoring us and waking us up to his knowledge, because that's a part of the building of the temple, restoring us as a nation is waking us up first to who we are. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom I have scattered amongst the nations and part of my land. Right, so now as a result, this is happening. So while he's waking, the children of Israel up, he's also doing this. Bringing them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shabbat, which is the Most High's decision, all right? Which is the Middle East. And it's going to start with Iran and Israel, all right? That's going to force all nations into this world war, all right? I just did a video about UK, the U.S. has sent nuclear missiles to the UK for the first time in 17 years. So, things is ramping up. So let's read a little bit of this. This is longwarjournal.org. It says, Iran and its militias brace for another conflict with Israel, all right? Which we know, according to the scriptures, this war is not going to die down. It's only going to get worse. It's about to get a lot worse. It says the Qatari New Era reported on July 17th that the Ismail Ghani, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards, Quds force met with Tehran's Iraqi proxies in Baghdad earlier this week. Ghani reportedly warned the militia's commanders that an Israeli attack against them, and Iraq is imminent. Right. Because, Israel's going rogue, man, attacking these Muslim countries. So he said, this attack is bound to happen. It's imminent. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. So he said, while also instructing them to stay vigilant against an Israeli intelligence penetration, which Israel is going to drag America into this war. Israel is going to drag America into this war. And America is going to drag NATO and the EU into the war, which, should make them hate the whore. I mean, this is going to whole bunch of prophecies being fulfilled in this one event. All right, in this one war, Israel versus Iran, is going to snowball most prophecies. So it said Iran-backed militias in Iraq largely sat out the Iran-Israel conflict. Tehran, via the political and economic influence these militias hold in a neighboring country, and thus wary of inviting a damaging campaign from Israel or the United States against them. Economically, Iraq is a crucial lifeline for Iran, including by generating roughly $1 billion in illicit oil profits. It said the militia's influence in the oil sector is enabled by their prominent position in the coordination framework. Iraq's governing coalition and Shiite political parties, many of which are militia affiliated, backed by Iran. Instead of taking decisive military action against Israel or the U.S. during the recent conflict, prominent militias, including, I'm not going to read that, relied on statements expressing their support for Iran, condemning Israel, calling for an end to American presence in Iraq, and eschewing vague threats to the U.S. if it got involved in the war, which we already know that America is going to get involved with this war. Let's get that real quick. 50:45. Jeremiah 50, verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that ye have taken against Babylon, and the purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Right? So the least of the flock, who was that? The Israeli state. The least of the flock, man, the least of the nations. It's going to draw out America into this war. All right? It's going to draw not only America, but all these other nations. And Iran, being backed by Russia and China, is going to draw out BRICS and all, countries that's in line with BRICS into this war. And it's going to be a third world's war. War that's fought with fire. Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this should be with fire, burning and fuel of fire. Right, man, this war that's coming up should be with burning and fuel of fire. All right? Thermonuclear war. It's a lot to read. We definitely have a short time, but it says, former Israeli ambassador cautions that Iran is still in danger. It is still a danger, all right? So it says, former Israeli ambassador to the U.S., Michael Oren, discusses Iran's nuclear capabilities in negotiation with Hamas to release more hostages on Fox report. Saying that there's still a danger, man. So, obviously, they're gun-ho to try to take down Iran, but this is only going to lead to their destruction, man, and the ushering in of the chip and the deliverance of the children of Israel.